Perfect. Okay, so welcome to this tapping session. Today we're going to be focusing on clearing negative thoughts. The reason why I love tapping is because by tapping slightly on certain points of the body, and I'm going to cover these points in a second, as we bring awareness to either a negative thought or a belief that we want to let go of, an emotion that we want to express, something that feels stuck. Sometimes even if we kind of bring our awareness to what is keeping us stuck, we can work on that. And as we tap on that, we are reaching different meridians, like in Chinese medicine. So same as you would put needles in certain meridian points in acupuncture, or you would slightly press certain points in acupressure. It's the same idea, but we're going to be tapping slightly. The sequence, for the ones of you who don't know, is the side of the hand. I'm going to be doing it a few rounds, so you just need to copy. Don't worry too much about it, but so you know the points. Side of the hand, top of the head, so middle line, where if you drew a line from your ears and the middle of the head, that's where the lines would cross. Beginning of the eyebrow, end of the eyebrow in this kind of like bony indentation here. Below the eye, in line with the center of the eye, under the nose, under the lip, and before the chin starts, so here. The collarbone point, this one, if this is the beginning of the collarbone, and you go 1 inch inside, and a bit lower, you will see that if you do this, there is kind of an indentation there. So that's the point you want to be tapping on. Anyway, you can do it with various fingers. I always do it with various fingers to make sure that you don't miss the point. And there is another one here, the side of the body, where the bra strap, if you're wearing a bra, would be. So again, you can do it all of the fingers. So we're going to be doing a few rounds to clear negative thoughts today. And then we're going to be doing also a round to kind of rewire ourselves for positive thoughts. Jay's asking in the questions, how often should we be tapping? Well, I like to do a few rounds like we're going to do today. We're going to do a few rounds of clearing or focusing on whatever you want to let go of, or the negative side. And then I like to do a few rounds on the positive side of it. So for example, today we're going to be working on releasing negative thoughts, and then we're going to be doing some rounds for positive thoughts. As in how often, some people do it every day. Sometimes if I'm going through a period of time where I'm a bit stressed, I would do it every day, first thing in the morning. Anytime that any triggers or anxiety kicks in, or you feel blocked about money or in your career or with relationships, or just start with the day, you can do a few rounds. So it's something that you can do pretty much anytime you need. You can make it part of your daily routine and do it every day or every night before going to bed to wind down. It's also quite good. Or just do it as you need and as you go. Doesn't matter which side is tapped or rotating sides. That's a very good question, Melissa. Thank you. No, it doesn't matter. You can do one side, you can do both sides at the same time. You can cross over. It doesn't matter. If you miss a point, also the order is not important. If there is a point that feels really good, for some reason, sometimes there is a point where you're like, oh, I really feel like spending a few rounds here. Go ahead and do it, because maybe you're tapping into a specific meridian where a specific block is. So listen to your intuition and listen to your body in that sense. So before we start with the actual tapping, and of course, any other questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. Before we start the actual tapping, I would like to invite you to maybe close your eyes just for a few moments and take a few deep breaths. And this is just to center, to bring the awareness to the present moment, to the here and now. Making each breath a bit deeper and a bit longer. Exhaling through the mouth, if that feels right, to start the energetic release, to start letting go of any stress, any tension. And like you were an external observer, I'm going to invite you to bring your awareness to any negative thoughts that might be coming up for you today. And by negative thoughts, I mean all those gems that sometimes are inner critic, or we throw at ourselves like, you're not good enough, this is nonsense, this is not going to change anything, this is also not going to work for you, who do you think you are to start your own business, you're never going to have a wonderful relationship, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too tall, you're too short, you're too this, you're too that, right? All those negative thoughts. So just bring in awareness to anything that might come up for you today. Because what's very important with tapping is that the more specific we get, the better results we're going to achieve. So we're going to start tapping to clear those thoughts. But what I'm going to invite you to do is that as I repeat some generic negative thoughts that we often have, I'm going to invite you to replace my words with your own thoughts, with any thoughts or beliefs that you want to work on that you would like to clear. And before we start tapping, also, as you bring awareness to those thoughts, I would like to ask you, what's the intensity of those negative thoughts right now? If 0, where I'm perfectly fine, I'm super calm, inner peace, I'm literally 100% present in the moment, and 10 would be, oh my God, my head literally can't stop throwing negative thoughts at me. It's super active. What would you be? Where would you be in that scale between 0 and 10? And this is just for awareness, because we're going to be checking in later. 9 for Jay, okay, pretty high. 10, pretty high, okay. So we're gonna work on that straight away. Okay, so we're gonna start with the side of the hand, and you just need to copy what I'm doing and follow along. Repeat the words out loud if you can. And like I said, if you want to replace the words with the specific thoughts that are coming up for you, even better. So even though I have all these negative thoughts, I love and accept myself anyway. All these negative thoughts, they are so annoying. I don't even know where they're coming from. But I have them every day. And sometimes they even wake me up at night. And it's really annoying, really disempowering. And I know this is not helping my mindset. I know these thoughts are blocking me. But I can't seem to stop them. And they repeat again and again and again. All these negative thoughts. But I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have all this negative self-talk. And some thoughts are really harsh. Really mean. I can't believe they come from myself. So much negativity. So much self-doubt. And I can be so critical with myself. But I love and accept myself anyway. All this negative self-talk. We're going to do a couple more rounds. You don't need to tap any specific number on each point. Do at least 6 or 7 taps on each point. But if you want to stay a bit longer on different points, that's perfectly fine. If you want to move through the sequence more quickly, that's also fine. You listen to your body. what feels right, but at least 6-7 times on each spot. All these negative thoughts that repeat again and again. That I'm not good enough, always doubting myself, always prioritizing other people, trying to please everyone, feeling like I am never enough, that I am small, that I can't achieve my dreams. And I'm tired of these thoughts. I don't want to let them go. I'm ready to let them go. We're going to do one more round. Even though these negative thoughts keep coming back to me, I love and accept myself anyway. I'm ready to let them go. Particularly the negative thought, fill in the gap. Focus on any particular thoughts that are coming to your awareness. These negative thought. I'm ready to let it go. I am making the decision to let all these negative thoughts go. And they're coming out as I'm breathing out with each exhalation. I'm getting them out of my system. One by one, they're all coming out. They're not in control anymore. They can be very overwhelming. And sometimes I feel like I can't control them. But I decide to take back control of my thoughts, of my mindset. And I let them go. I let all those negative thoughts go. All those negative thoughts go. Wonderful. We're going to take a break here. We're going to take a few deep breaths to reassess and to check in with ourselves and to see if those levels, so 9, 10, about 6 or 7 and 6 in the chat, if the intensity went down, stayed the same, or if it went up, which sometimes happens. So if it went down, maybe some thoughts have been clear and some energetic blocks have been processed and resolved. Okay, from 9 to 7, from 10 to 9, so a slight decrease. Okay, so there's more work to do there. So when it's Rachel, from 8 to 6, okay. Okay, so when it decreases, yeah, it means that there's been a release already. If it's about the same, means there's more work that needs to be done. But sometimes it can even, the intensity can even go up. And that doesn't mean that it made it work. Sometimes what it means is that we are becoming in touch with whatever the energetic block is. And sometimes before it can be processed, it will go up slightly. Sometimes what happens is that we weren't in touch with this. Sometimes what happens is that maybe you start tapping on negative thoughts, you know, as a generic thing. And as you tap, you are inviting those specific thoughts to come to your awareness. So maybe you realize, maybe a thought that you had an experience before came to your awareness, and you're like, oh, wow, this is creating more thoughts. It's not that it's creating more thoughts, it's that you're becoming aware of them and they're coming to the surface. So in that case, if you feel that there's still work that needs to be done, then I will invite you to continue to doing the rounds on clearing, specifically if any specific thoughts came to your awareness. Because like I said, the more specific you get with tapping, the better you can release it, right? So the smaller, the more specific we get, the more we can target that specific energetic block, if that makes sense. Sometimes when we do the positive round is what makes it go down, because it connects us with something positive or with some resources or with something that we needed to remember. And sometimes that can bring it down. So listen to your body and either continue to do the rounds clearing whatever came up for you, or join me in the positive affirmation, in the positive affirmations round that we're going to do in a second. So from 9 to 7, same. Angela saying, can you use this with negative behavior such as skin or hair picking or pulling? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because that's normally either anxiety or some form of anger or some form or emotion directed towards ourselves, like when we bite our nails, or, you know, like this type of behavior. So there's always an emotion that is not being expressed in a healthy way that happens through whatever that behavior is. So yeah, you can tap, you can describe it, you know, even if I pick my hairs, even if I pull my hairs, I love and accept myself anyway. And you can continue to do so. It really hurts, but I have to do it anyway. I can't seem to stop it. You know, just describe that process as you tap, and you will feel that it clears it a lot. Also, a note that if something, sometimes we can get emotional while we do this, and it means that maybe we're opening, you know, we open the door for something bigger to be healed. And in that case, again, it's great news because it means that it's coming to the surface to be healed. It might just need a bit of deeper work. Is it important to use one side or the other of the body? No, you can alternate. I tend to use my right hand, and here especially because I have the microphone here, but sometimes if I'm doing a long round and I get tired, I will alternate hands. You can cross over. It doesn't matter. So yeah. So Christelle is saying, Angela, tapping has helped me overcome trichotillomania. I don't even know what that is. I wish you well. So yeah, tapping has helped many conditions. It's used for many conditions. But of course, just a note that if it's a behavior, or if it's something that has been repressed for a long time, or if it has been there for a long time, it might take more than a few rounds. But when you're consistent with it and you track, you know, and you get to the root of it, which is a lot of the work I do in my sessions, track it and go specifically to the roots of when that energetic block happened, it can be super powerful. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of rounds now, a few rounds with some positive affirmations on positive mindset. So again, here I'm going to invite you to follow along, repeat my words out loud as I tap. But if you have any specific affirmations or positive self-talk that you would like to download or to kind of rewrite, feel free to customize it and say your own affirmations. All right, okay, Angela, and that long 2 words is the fancy term used in psychology for hair picking. Okay, I had never thought about it. Thank you, guys. Something that I learned today. Fantastic. Okay, my loves. So we're gonna start tapping again. Take a deep breath while we come back to center and check in with yourselves. Even though I have had these negative thoughts for a long time. I decide to let them go now. I'm ready to let them go now. I'm letting them out of the system. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to worry about. I know I have all the resources I need to deal with anything that might come my way. So I don't need these negative thoughts anymore. I don't need to worry. I know I can handle anything. I believe in myself. I fully believe in my skills, in my resilience. I'm fully confident that everything always works out for me. So I don't need these negative thoughts anymore. They had a purpose. Maybe they were serving me before, but I no longer need them. I choose to have more positive thoughts. I choose to have empowering thoughts. I choose to have an empowering mindset. To create the life of joy and purpose I came here to live. I believe in myself. I am confident. The universe has my back. And everything works out for me, always. I trust that this is the case for me. My life is full of joy. My life is full of love. I'm full of inner peace. I create my life. I have the power to create my life. And I do it through my new thoughts and actions and behaviors. My thoughts, actions, and behaviors are aligned. And they support the life of joy and purpose I want to create. I know how to live my life without fear. I know how to live my life without worries. I know how to live my life without anxiety. I know how to live my life without all these negative thoughts. They're part of the past now. All these negative thoughts are part of the past. I no longer need them. I'm grateful for the lessons they have taught me. I am grateful because they have protected me. But now I'm letting them go for good. My mind is full of positive thoughts about myself, about others, and about the world. And we're going to do a couple more rounds. And this time I'm really going to invite you to choose those positive thoughts that you would like to download or write on your subconscious mind. These new positive thoughts. I am confident. I am loved. I am capable. I am more than enough. I am abundant. Everything works out for me. I am empowered. I am at peace. I love myself. I have all the tools I need. I have everything I need. My life is full of joy. I am a magnet for love, joy, and success. I am safe. I am guided and supported. Beautiful. So feel free to continue with a few more rounds, either clearing negative thoughts or imprinting positive ones. You might want to take a break. First, you might want to take a few deep breaths to come to the present moment, to let the body process all the tapping, all the energetic release. So listen to your body. And we're going to wrap up in a minute. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Let me know about the levels, about what happened with the intensity levels of the thoughts. Angela is asking, will this still work if we start out listening to a guided series of positive affirmations, for example, on YouTube? Sometimes when I'm spiraling after being triggered, it's really hard for me to come up with anything positive. Yeah, absolutely. I love positive affirmations. Sometimes I have them in the background, you know, when I'm doing like admin work or something like that. So yeah, so when triggers kicks in, what I would recommend is start the tapping describing what's coming to your awareness. And even if you can't describe it with words, because sometimes people say, oh, I'm really so out of touch with my emotions that I don't even know how I feel. I don't even know how to describe it. So maybe you want to close your eyes and listen to the body rather than to the thoughts or the emotions, but to the body. And you might find that there is a block, and you might describe it as a black ball of stagnant energy in the stomach, or a cloudy energy in my head, or red anger in the belly, you know, whatever comes to your awareness, and tap on that first, on clearing it. And then, yeah, if for whatever reason you can't come up with any positive affirmations, because I totally get it, when we trigger, it's very difficult to shift to that stage. Yeah, definitely. Maybe write down some positive affirmations when you're feeling confident, when you have a positive day, that you can have to read them, so you don't have to be thinking about the affirmations. You have them in a piece of paper already, and you have them handy, and that's your go-to place when you need positive affirmations. Or just play something on YouTube and repeat along as you tap. Yeah, it's kind of like imprinting those affirmations energetically. They're saying that was a healthy thank you. Just show how better I felt, saying that I trust myself, etc. If I trust myself, then I can maneuver all my worries, if that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. Because when we get triggered, when there is anxiety, negative thoughts, fear, it's normally because we're forgetting that we have all the resources we need to deal with anything that might come our way. So yeah, always connecting with our inner resources, reminding ourselves that we have everything inside, that everything is going to work out for us, kind of imprinting that type of affirmations and beliefs in ourselves can be super powerful. And sometimes that's what clears the trigger rather than talking about the trigger, if that makes sense. So yeah. Thanks so much for this. This was really good way to start my morning and my week. Yeah, perfect. That's why I chose to do it on Monday, because I thought it was a nice start of the week, clearing what we no longer need and imprinting some positive affirmations. So yeah, this is a weekly session, by the way, so I'm going to invite you to follow me on Insight Timers so you get notified of new live events like this if you enjoyed this session. Courses, I have 2 courses at the moment, and I'm working on another one on relationships. I also have some recorded tracks, and I always appreciate your feedback, your positive comments, your donations. They're very much welcome and appreciated. So thank you guys, and thank you for showing up live here. Yeah, this one is maybe it's not planned. I think I only plan like one at a time, so next week's one should be scheduled, but this one is at the same time every Monday. And I also have other live sessions coming up. So this Wednesday there is one on identifying and manifesting your life purpose. So if anyone is struggling with career or how to manifest your soul purpose, how to make money or make a living from doing what you love, then that one is definitely for you. And then after that, February, because all we're going to hear about is roses and chocolates and the heart of shapes and Valentine's and all this stuff, I thought we may as well tap into the collective energy of love and work on relationships and healing anything that has to do with relationships. So those ones are scheduled. I think they will be on a Thursday around this time. So yeah, so thank you, my loves, for being here. I'm wishing you a lovely rest of your day, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, drop me a message. I'm always happy to hear from you, and I can always point you to more specific resources to help you in your healing and self-development journey. Okay, my loves, sending much love and light to you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.